Hi, my name is Adam Cox. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, phobia expert, founder of phobiaguru.com, and the UK's leading expert at eliminating phobias quickly, quite often in just a single session. Astraphobia is the fear of thunder and lightning. And while a lot of people don't necessarily like it, those people with astraphobia will have severe anxiety levels, quite often verging on a panic attack, if not experiencing a panic attack, at a time when there is a thunderstorm, so thunder or lightning. Obviously a combination of both in many cases. Now, for people with astraphobia, quite often the cause of this is going to be a sensitizing event, quite often in childhood. You are only born with two phobias or two fears, the fear of loud noises and the fear of falling. So therefore, this is a learned phobia, it's a learned fear. And it's normally going to come from two main sources. So a sensitizing event in childhood. So maybe a child experienced a very loud thunderstorm, and that was a frightening experience for them. That could have been the sensitizing event where the mind linked anxiety to thunder and lightning, and then that creates a trigger from that point onwards. Or it could be a learned response. Maybe there is a family member that has this fear, this phobia, and perhaps you learned it from a mother, a father, an auntie, or an older sibling. That's also possible. Now, the symptoms of someone with astraphobia is that they are going to have high levels of anxiety, not just at thunderstorms, but at anything which may give them a sense that a thunderstorm is on its way. So that might be a weather report. Here in the UK, after a heat wave, it tends to be followed by thunderstorms. So if someone has a fear of thunder and lightning, they may even start to feel anxious in the middle of a heat wave where there isn't a cloud in the sky, because there is this anticipation as to what will follow. Typically, the anxiety is given physiological symptoms such as elevated heart rate, rapid breathing, increased adrenaline, increased cortisol, and that could lead to shaking, compulsive thinking as to where are they going to be, what's going to happen, and lots of avoidance strategies as well. So it's a very, very unpleasant phobia. Wouldn't wish that phobia on anyone. Now, in terms of the implications of that, the implications tend to be that of avoidance or distraction. So if someone knows that there is going to be a weather report, they're going to make extra steps to make sure they're not outdoors, because if they're outdoors, that could lead to an increased feeling of anxiety than if they are indoors. And if they're indoors, they're going to try and find the quietest room in the house and probably put things like loud music or TV shows on, movies on, to distract themselves from the outside sounds. So that's a coping strategy. In many cases, this is a fairly easy phobia, and I'm saying that relatively speaking. No phobia is super easy, but relatively speaking, it can be quite easy to eliminate this phobia fairly rapidly, because effectively it's not so much the thunder and the lightning that is responsible, but the evaluation and the thoughts and the unconscious responses to the thunder and the lightning. So if we start associating new emotions to that stimulus, you can actually break down the phobia relatively quickly. There's two main ways in which people work with me. One is through a seven-day phobia elimination course that I have on my website, and that's at phobiaguru.com. Many people choose to work with me one-on-one. So I've actually worked with several people that have this fear of phobia. It can often cross over to a fear of loud noises. So that fear of thunder often crosses over, so that people may have a fear of balloons popping unexpectedly, for example. So this fear of loud or unexpected noises often links to this fear of thunder and lightning, because quite often it's not just the thunderstorms, but it's the loud unexpected noises that can put them on edge. Recently, I worked with a lady who had a fear of unexpected loud noises, and that was a problem for her because she worked in the movie industry, in the film industry and theatre, where sometimes they would use pyrotechnics as part of stunts. And for her, that would lead to constant evaluation, constant anxiety. But in under 3 sessions, we were able to eliminate that phobia permanently. So just know that this can happen. It can be eliminated rapidly and not come back. If you are interested in working with me in that way, somewhere around this video will be a link to book a free 30-minute consultation call where I can explain my process, ask questions about your specific fear and the different things that you've tried. So feel free to consider booking that free consultation call. If you want to find out more information about me, you can go to phobiaguru.com. I've got a free video that you can download which explains why we have these fears and how these phobias are created, but also how they can be eliminated rapidly. So get that free video there. If you know anyone that has a fear of thunder or lightning, also known as astraphobia, please share this video with them so that they can learn something that might help them to no longer have this fear anymore. And if you want more information or if you have any questions, just put something in the comments and I'll return a reply as soon as I'm aware of that question. Hope this has been useful, and if you want any more information, go to phobiaguru.com. Thank you.